Peace. Ox in the air. Once again, Isis Seraphis. I just had an amazing conversation with two amazing people, and I'm kind of on an energy high about it, so I really wanted to share. I got an opportunity to reconnect to the space of unconditional love, you could say. I say that because unconditional love is like something that you have to marry again daily, 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 daily. But just having this conversation shook me out of this funk I was in. It's been a crazy week, and I didn't realize that I had allowed somebody to speak spells into my life in a way that was, I would consider, low energy, and I didn't have to allow it to take me to such a dark place, but it did. So, having this conversation about the power of energy and how it exists in all things, and the simple things, I would say, only based on where I have come to understand things, but highly complex when it comes to trying to, I guess you say, teach these things to other people, because everybody's on different levels, everybody's dealing with different things, and that causes people to have blocks and perceptions and perception filters, and we all got these filters that we're trying to communicate through, and it really causes us to sometimes need to be fed very slowly. And that was something that I realized, is that I have a lot of information, yet I'm going at a full speed force of energy that others might not be able to assimilate, appreciate, interpret. So I just wanted to take a moment and talk about energy and unconditional love as well. In regards to energy, I'm going to be doing a class this Sunday over at the ERIF Center with Conscious Corner Cafe. Powerful brother Sherrod is going to do a class as well. And always inspirational thought. That's what Conscious Corner Cafe is. The feeding, food for thought, food for mind, food for soul, food for your body even, because we do feed you. We got some great food. Nonetheless, I just really think that finishing off what we did a couple Sundays ago, when we just experienced energy, the field of energy, and how you can experience other people's fields of energy just by holding your hands, like a certain distance apart. And you can feel heat or tingling or pressure, and how just that awareness of that subtle energy field can inspire somebody to remember that we are energy and we can feel each other without touching each other, and how powerful that is. So taking that and connecting to the Kemetic understandings of the Ka, the soul of the body, the Ba, the spirit of the body, and how our spiritual magic that we have always been universally able to manipulate, the manipulation of energy, the manifestation of energy is very powerful. And so that's what I'm going to bring to the table on Sunday. I'm just going to talk about that and answer some questions and expand on the concept of how Asar and Aset, the opposites, Ra and Hathor, Mut and Amun, and how just in the basics of that polarity, there is so much information, and relate that to the masculine, the feminine, male and female relationships, how we can push and pull the energy to create what we want in our lives. And that's when we win, that's really when we win. For the unconditional love part that I wanted to talk about, like I said, I had a straining kind of last week. And I mean, you can check out 0.Inc.blogspot blogspot.com. I think that's what it is. I don't even go to my own blog. I just pour out stuff to get a deeper understanding of where I was. But that that journey into darkness, is kind of what I'm tracking at 0.ink.blogspot.com, my own personal journey, and how my life kind of affects me and takes me to dark places to teach me lessons, and how I can appreciate those lessons and how those lessons are always transitioned back into a positive place, which is really important, because I think when we can see that, we're just on a journey moving between light and dark, constantly. We can appreciate the darkness when it shows its face and be unmoved by it until it passes. Not so much avoid it, but just be unmoved, unchallenged. And I was challenged. It was a lot of darkness. I was challenged. But I can see now that unconditional love is all that matters. The universe is perfect. And whether I understand in that moment or not, if I allow myself to somehow love it, I will come into awareness of how important it is and how much it can transition my life. If I was to share more, the awareness of all of that darkness caused me to really have to look at who I was as a person. I think I hit the point where I could understand drug addiction. I could understand prostitution. I could understand all of these very dark levels of being. I would consider them lower levels. There's an emptiness, there's a vibrational outcry going on, and I could understand that vibrational outcry because I had hit that point of I guess being destroyed, being that far separated from my higher spiritual self. And it was so overwhelmingly painful. Not a physical pain, just a internal spiritual pain that, that spirit that comes and says, hey, don't you want to hop on this road to some darker place with drugs and blah, blah, blah. I said, hello, spirit, and goodbye, because that's just not who I am. And that's the power of know thyself, because when you hear these spirits and they get to talking to you, you're like, that's not who I am. But that allowed me to really see that, I was in such a dark place, and I came out of that place, and I'm still here. I'm still connected to my soul, my ancestors, my higher self, my guidance, my spiritual guides and masters, whatever you want to call it. I'm still connected to them. I'm still them. I'm still God. And I found that I was my hero. I find a hero in myself. There's a hero if you look inside your soul. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. And that's when I think of that song, which I'm probably gonna put that song on the page after I post this. But that song is really, really powerful because I found an answer inside of me. I found that I am, Isis Seraphis is a name that I go by. But I was able to see the beauty of how Isis evolved from Hathor and how Hathor evolved from Mut, M-U-T, and in the Kemetic Neteru. And it just showed me that the mother goddess, the highest spiritual deity for the feminine energy with no creation, is pure creation. And I got to see myself as pure creation because right now I'm still here creating reality, still creating reality. I'm not going to stop. So I found more love for myself. That's what I really found in that moment. More love for myself. I am a hero. I am never a victim. I'm always a positive, powerful, creating creature of imminent energy. And if I stay there and stand there, I'll always win. Ox in the air. Peace.